Transactional and transformational leadership. What is transactional leadership? Transactional leadership is when a leader completes or tries to complete a task either for financial gain, make the leader look good towards others, for fame, or in some cases even punishment. The aim of transactional leadership is to gain the wants and needs of the leader. When was transactional leadership created? Max Weber, the 20th century German sociologist, made an extensive study of leadership styles and divided them into three categories: traditional, charismatic, rational, legal, or bureaucratic. In 1947, Weber was the first to describe rational legal leadership, the style that would become known as transactional leadership, as the exercise of control on the basis of knowledge. Richard Branson and transactional leadership. Transactional leadership is used by many leaders of the world, politicians, international business owners, and many celebrities. An example of someone who performs good transactional leadership is Richard Branson. He used his professional and management skills to his advantage and used them to create one of the biggest businesses in the world, Virgin. He expanded this by creating many different areas within his business, with like Virgin Holidays, Virgin Expenses, Virgin Money, Virgin Trains, and Virgin Galactic. Generally, Richard Branson has created his business to give people a good experience in life through his business, but earns a lot of money for it, so this is a win-win situation. Transactional leadership in the police force. Police officers don't usually use transactional leadership within their day-to-day basis of their job, but some officers may use it when it comes to financial gain. Many people are motivated by money and they only go to work for the money, but some people and officers believe that there is more to the job than the money, but protect the public as their main aim. The money does not bother some officers. 53% said that they are willing to go the extra mile for the police, but this statement suggests the other 47 would not if they weren't getting paid. Another way that officers can show transactional leadership is gaining success through their morals and standards when they're at work. Many officers make themselves feel better about the job and themselves if they help others. Finally, police officers give punishment to others that break the law. This may be seen as transactional leadership, getting justice for others to make the police feel better that they've succeeded at their job, which most officers join the job for. However, transactional leadership is also used to the police when it comes to ranks. The higher the rank shows that the more power they have, using their rank names to make others feel below others. Transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is when leaders create a good team by putting the needs of their team and social ethnic issues before themselves. Vision and the mission of transformational teams are clear, and it is not about the timing of the task or the ability of the team members, but it's about completing the task given successfully. A transformational leader sees the potential and the abilities of others by boosting people's self-confidence, praising them and making the risks, to take risks to achieve the goal in different tasks. Burns, transformational leadership can be seen as leaders and followers make each other to see the advance to the higher level of moral and motivation. Nelson Mandela and transformational leadership. Transformational leaders of the world take tasks and complete them by focusing on the vision and getting others with the same vision to help fight the cause. An inspirational man that has done this was Nelson Mandela. He was fighting for black rights in South Africa. He was a transformational leader that focused on recruiting people to show the charisma and motivation to be successful, to get the rights for black people. Mandela showed a strong characteristics and commitment to engage with people all the way around the world to be successful. The media helped and eventually achieved his goal. He served 27 years in prison and was released in 1990 because of his political views. This shows that the man did not care what happened to him or how long it took to be successful. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. This quote that Nelson Mandela once said shows the determination and self-belief he had to achieve whatever he wanted in life for his country. Transformational leadership within the police force. Within the police force, transformational leadership is normally used on a day-to-day basis. An example of this is the community-oriented policing. This is when the police and different organisations come together to create a solution to a problem. None of them are forced to be there. They're all there because they care about the task ahead and want it to be solved. This is the same with every police officer within the force. They are there because they want to be, and all of them have the same ambition to protect the public and punish people who commit crime. The differences and similarities between transactional and transformational leadership. The differences are transactional leaders usually only care about themselves completing the task and the benefits for them, but transformational leaders think about the team before themselves. In transformational leadership, the team leader will make sure the equality is clear, nobody is better than anyone else, but transactional leaders use hierarchy to determine who is going to do what within the task. And lastly, transformational leaders look for potential abilities of the team rather than them just being there with no qualities to complete the task given. The similarities between the transformational and transactional leadership: they are both motivated to achieve the goal, either money motivated or making the goal successful. Both transactional and transformational leaders have to make tough decisions based on their teams and themselves to achieve a goal. And both transactional and transformational leadership involves a leader and people who are willing to work with a leader to complete a task.